Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here, back with another episode of our Grand Tactician, and we're gonna fight this battle, and it's gonna be the most ridiculous battle that we've picked to fight. We're not down 6-1, so that's a good thing. Under Major General Lilly, so Price is alone the freight up here. We're gonna have to push more units and more men into the west. I can already feel it. That's where our grinder's gonna be. And I'm hoping I don't have to transfer units from the army over to it. So Lily, this is going to be on a different battlefield. Some units, some divisions don't have anything. Okay, so it's around the Peppers Mill and the patch at Shepherd. So at Boggy Creek, we have a good defensive position. At Pepper Road Mill, we have a decent position. The Union is coming from the corner of the map. So they're going to maneuver down through this road, through Stollard, down through. They're going to hit here. And if I had any guess, this is the best position that I could ask for, is this fence line right here. Won't be able to do better reinforcement, or actually reinforcements, but that's likely as good as it gets, this defensive line here. And what I mean by that is we have a good spot for us to dig in on the hill here, front facing hill. We'll dig in at an angle. We can dig in our guns on this side, some guns behind the line. We'll have our cab extended to our left to hold that. Fortunately, our cab is none too happy. We'll have to go from there. So we're going to deploy in a straight line formation here. I guess we're not. We're going to do this individually. That's the one that's messing us up. Okay. The hell? Okay, so we're going to march here, like so. We're going to march here, like so. This unit gonna march on our left. Okay, these are the good howitzers. Pounders, 12 pounders, 12 pounders. Okay, so let's put the 12 pounders behind the line here. You'll be able to see what I'm looking at. Really? He's hit by an artillery shell. Ouch. Well, damn, I don't need this. I could just dig in with parapets now. Um, I don't think he'll come around my flank, but I could be wrong. So I'm gonna build some more stuff over here for the calf. For the whole core, for the long range, I can't. Not great, so everyone go to long range. Our battery fire. Our battery fire. Okay, over here. There we go. Could counter battery fire at least. Like, I don't like how far forward you are. I should have built the parapets here. Come on. There's a Wilcox that's here. He's wounded. Cadmus Wilcox in the middle. They're trying to push us on all sides. Okay, at this point, we go to fire at will. On all batteries. Parsons. Okay, that's that. More Confederate troops are stacking up on my left. Definitely not an ideal situation. Counter battery fire, counter battery fire. We need to take these batteries out. Okay, so another one has been pushed away, but they have so many reinforcements, it's insane. Okay, let's go 2 times speed here. Kind of weird. We're somehow holding steady right now. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. We are somehow holding this line right now in a major victory. And they have all of their armies on the field, I think. I mean, we picked a great spot for a defensive position, what can I say? And we whooped them again. They're withdrawing off the field. A complete withdrawal from the Union, turning tail and running. I'd love to have those James rifles. A great one. Sorry about that. I had to turn off my alarm. I know I still have it. Set. I think we can really hurt them if we come at them like this. We can kill some of their cannons. That's a plus any day of the week. I don't know about Greg. He's exhausted and disrupted. He might break. Nope, he's gonna get there. That'll be it. We killed 12,000 of the estimated 92. We lost 2,400. What a spanking for Nathaniel Lilly. Sterling Price, as effective as ever. The man, the myth, the legend. Did have a couple commanders hurt. I do want to look at this. So Wilcox was wounded. Nothing big. I don't think we had any deaths. Colonel Gratow for the Texas Rangers was injured. Or the Texas Mounted Rifles. We didn't have any more. Okay. What about the Union? We spanked them pretty bad. They had to have had some. I don't think we saw Department of West. We didn't see Heinzelman. I think Lilly himself was out here. Gerard. Army of the Mississippi. I don't think we saw much of the Army of Kentucky. And I don't think we saw McClellan. Oh, we did see a little bit of McClellan, actually. And Morgan and McNeil were killed in their brigade. Who took the most casualties? It was the Army of Kentucky that we saw. We almost decimated the entire force. They came in and were reinforced in their center by Department of Ohio, which we killed about 16% of the force. And from there, we bombarded the Army of Mississippi with a lot of their guns. And also that last charge was likely some components of the Army of the Mississippi. And, well, did a great job. For us, what's the unit that did the best? Best division. It's Pike in the Frontier Brigade. Okay. And that is a huge victory, as this is the lone defense we have out in the West. We are hanging by a threat out west. And I don't know, man. We are trying our best. The enemy's believed to lost 12,000. We lost 2,500. We need to be able to reinforce into the winter and replenish our numbers out west. I think taking the impressment will help as well. So we can get some more troops around and kind of get our units filled. It's Russell. That's hit. We captured 36 guns. So that is something. Still, the Federals have a slight advantage. Despite it. And we're not going to be able to press this victory in a way that's tangible for our forces. It is winter, and it is November. We're going to fortify, we're going to get some supply depots, and we're going to just make sure that our units are getting amply supplied. I'm not confident that they are. But I'm at least confident that going into next year, we're going to have a lot more. Stewart's at destination. Okay, so that's done. Come on. So Washington would be the next one. Or the Houston. Stewart and Wharton. Then we're going to consolidate Johnsonville Ferry. And I don't know where the other one's going to be honest with you. There's no pressing against West Virginia, which is helpful. Okay. Davis selected president. He was appointed president the first time. Looks like they are going to grind themselves into a halt as well. We're just about even in men. Likely because of the sole fact that we are bringing a lot of men to the field right now. Memphis. I'm going to come down and grab a fort. Guard the river. We'll build a depot here. I'm going to build a telegraph as well. At Corinth, once we do get there, same thing with Forrest once he gets here. At Sparta, be a supply depot. Forrest is at destination. Fair. There's a telegraph. Oh, Corinth, same thing. Here, give me the Confiscation Act, of course. Of course. Okay. Okay, so there's impressment. We're coming to get one more policy. And we're going to pull in and grab the next government funding. Okay. I think once we get this through that supply depot, we should be fine. For our communication lines, everyone is linked up via telegraph right now. Mostly. South of Fort Smith. Let's grab that one. And then we should be good. It is December 7th. Okay. We are winter quarters. We are getting supplies. After we get this, we will start our incursion into Tennessee. So that one is out there. For the winter, we will go on a prolonged siege. We will do that though. Not disabled. Let's get the guns. Let's get the Lorenzas in first. Grab the Enfields now. Then Army. We've got ourselves Medal of Honors now. Get Enfields out now. Get these to the troops that'll be in contact first. I want you to salt. I want you to assault. Okay. We won this one. You ran out of supplies again. At this point, do we send Donaldson down there? I think we do. Buckner's going to march up and he's going to be in defense. We're going to send Donaldson down there to deal with it. The Union is getting better. Tech on the field. Kind of re-enlisted a lot of forces as well. This is December. We're not going to press anything. Buckner cannot win this for the life of him. I don't want to send Donaldson down there. We are bombarding that. So at least we can get that out, then we'll be good. Buckner is back up here. Send him down to Pensacola again. By rail. Send him reinforcements. By rail. This is January. Oh, I'm like in a mountain. Okay. We need to move over. A mountain right here. And then we can build one up here. Fort Morgan, right? There's a Fort Monroe. I think it's Fort Monroe. Fort Monroe. Give them some extra guns. Throughput for a large force like that. Okay. Union's over here mocking us as usual. That's alright. At the end of the day, it is us who are technically winning. Seems like a bug of sorts. Well, I'm gonna end the episode here anyways. So that'll be it for this one. What we'll kind of be doing in the next recording session is we have the 3rd Corps down here to support the 4th Corps. We will take Fort Pickens eventually. We will break out of this blockade eventually. I don't think we're getting hit, but it could be. Another question would be, where's the other 4? What? There it is. So once you end Richmond holding position, we can't deal with this because they have 156 guns here. In our fleet, we have 40 guns and 12 guns, but we can't actually add those. So Could we deal with this? No, that's 152 guns. We could not deal with that, even if we wanted to. We're in winter quarters still. It is February. I would expect the Union to make a move sooner rather than later. I think what we'll end up doing is hitting the Army of Northeastern Virginia, punching this army out of Virginia entirely. I think they still hold. Yeah, they technically hold a front line there. We have this portion down in Florida. We might get a small Florida force up and march them south to alleviate this issue. We have all of this. That's the Keys, which are able to come in and actually resupply their forces. We've started a new incursion into Missouri. They have this portion of Tennessee, but I think what we're ultimately going to do is come up with this corps here that's building a fort down in Memphis. We're going to march up and take the rest of Tennessee here. We technically got portions of Kentucky. They got portions of West Virginia. We hold portions into Ohio because of our power projection with Porterfield. And, well, we've kind of fought them to a stalemate in my mind, even though the Federals have a slight advantage. For the men fielded right now, we actually have a large standing foothold, standing advantage right now. But we're having some issues supplying that army is the biggest one. I don't think they're in a death spiral. I haven't seen any evidence that they are. Army of the Shenandoah is 15. That's 34. That's 25. So they're not in a death spiral there. And I can only see one army. They're in a death spiral here. But they're not moving because of winter quarters. Not because they're in a death spiral. And I don't even know if that army is technically there. It may actually not be there. It may be further north. But I think this is a instance of being hit, killed, and having attrition and supply issues. The Union hasn't pulled their full potential down. And I feel like we have, I saw this Army of Cumberland back in September in southern Ohio, and I have not seen it since. We know there's at least 4 armies or somewhere over here. We have not seen them since this battle. I would imagine there's probably 1 or 2 out here somewhere. They haven't done the U.S. colored troops, I don't think. Meaning there might be another army out here, or maybe the Army of Potomac is that. But I feel there might be another army out here, somewhere in this region near Philadelphia. And I think I have not seen the army that's up here. So it's likely they also have an army near Pittsburgh that I'm just apprehensive to push at this point. Not with the fact that the Department of Northwest is not sound. We got Fort Gary. So maybe we pull this army. This army will be part of the incursion into Kentucky. So if I do this, it's going to be out through here, London, Lexington, Maysville, through Grayson, through Charleston, consolidate from here. And we'll leave the Army of Tennessee to really hold areas of Columbus, Paducah, Bowling Green. We'll have our advance party near Harrodsburg or Louisville. Probably our cav to be up here with 1 corps down at Bowling Green, 2 corps down here, and then 1 corps at Hopkinsville to make sure we're not flanked. Or maybe we have another corps down here in New Madrid, because I think there's still 3 or 4 armies over here that we can't see. And I think a defense of the Cairo area is better suited with the command element with it. And then we have the Cav that kind of look through our rear. If anything, it'd be down at Hopkinsville or Bowling Green at this junction. The whole. So that's kind of the idea there. That's once I get this fort down here, that keeps going. They have 2 forts down on the Keys. I don't think I'm going to push those. Dry Tortugas and the Florida Key fort. I don't think I'm going to push that. What's our other one? We're good at New Orleans. I think our fleet is very good to hold that. I think also our fleet on the Mississippi is good. It's 30 guns. Good for what it needs to be. I think eventually when we move up to here, we're going to bring this one up to Cairo. We'll see how it goes. Out west, what's going to have to go with is once we get Columbus, Paducah, and we're outside of Cairo, we'll start advancing with Price. Maybe it'll be one full force. Maybe we'll split it. And it'll be about 25 and 25,000 in that. And we'll split. One will go to Carthage up to Papinsville, and the other one will push towards St. Louis. It'll be a 2-corps split. One will kind of hold at Rolla. I know someone said this is like Rowley or Rolla. I think that for this one. And then the next one will go through Carthage, Papinsville, Georgetown, hit the railway station through Jefferson City to Franklin, and meet up with an assault on St. Louis. I do want to do this, take this, and then we set up a defensive perimeter around St. Louis, and we hold. Same thing with Kentucky. I want to push all that, and then we're just going to hold in Kentucky. Same thing out here. We're just going to hold. And then the grand campaign of them all is a push through Shenandoah Valley, up through Winchester, Frederick, and march up to Gettysburg and cut them down, go through Baltimore and D.C. and kind of chop from north to south as you go through Gettysburg and Baltimore. Kind of what Lee did in that, and we'll kind of evacuate out through. We'll have the Department of Richmond section of a new Department of Richmond with its old one. It'll be or portions of what is the Army of West Tennessee will be up in this area and hold from there, if that's the case. Or maybe the West Tennessee one will be in charge of Lexington in this area. We'll just keep this one out here. So we'll need a new contingent. We'll just kind of see it. It all depends on how much men we have. We kind of consolidated a lot of our budget. And I think we are in a position to where our budget isn't crazy, which is exactly what we wanted to ensure that we did. Is we're not in any situation where we aren't going to be able to hold things. I think we're good in a lot. Agriculture. Have agriculture at low. Have the trade war at very low. Recruitment very high. So okay, that's fine. I mean, it's not bad. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Our expenses are outrageous, but the one that's, well, we need an army, and that's much of our upkeep right now. And I think I'm going to keep the army around 225 to about 240,000. So it kind of puts out any answer about pushing into Florida. I think that's irrelevant right now. So I think getting this, going to Kentucky, going into Missouri, and then pushing this plan through the Shenandoah Valley and Winchester and moving up, circumventing from behind against the Union would be best. But if we are to do that, that means next episode, or at least when it's spring, we have to push the Army of Northern Virginia out before we can move up and around. And we'll use whose corps? Maybe Stewart's? No, because I'm just going to move all the way around. So it's not going to be Stewart's corps. We will have this corps and a Confederate regular. Because what do we have here? It fixed itself. Okay, good. It did fix itself. Under Loring, we got 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. I think we hold this as a pivot. I think we hold that as a pivot. We move that army up to here, and we hold. This is what we do. We take Lee's army, hit this, march up and around, and force the Union to attack me to the north. All right, guys. So that's kind of the plans there. Of course, all plans struggle to survive first contact. And I think we're going to have that same issue here. But I'm kind of concerned I'm not seeing anything in Kentucky. So maybe there's an army up there I don't know about. That is slightly concerning. So thank you for joining me. Go and leave a like below, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Later.